Okay, today we'll learn about short variable declarations. Inside a function, the colon equals sign, which is a short assignment statement, can be used in place of the var declaration with an explicit type. Outside a function, every statement begins with the keyword var, with a keyword var function, and so on. And so the colon equal construct is not available. So here inside the function, you can use this. Outside, we cannot. It needs to be inside a function. Now, I'm gonna comment this out here. And we'll demonstrate what the short variable declaration can do. So here we have var, and var has a I and j, and they're ints. We set them to int over here, integer, and we have 1 and 2. So you run this, we print it out, and we have 1 and 2. However, we can turn this using the short assignment statement. So I can take out this var, we don't need it. And I also don't need to declare the int as well. Okay, and I add this colon and I run it, and it does the same thing over here. To further show you the difference, there's a difference in syntax. I will add these variables again, only this time I'll use the previous syntax, the var syntax. These will be ints, and then column 4 and 4. And then we can print B, C. Run this again. Okay, so we have the short variables declaration over here, and we have the var declaration over here. Let's continue to our code, and we'll see how this can be used. All right, so here's the code that we had last. And we say we have 2 vars over here. And we're going to try to test what this can be done. We can try to test what we can do with this. So let's see if we can use the short variable declaration outside. Let's see how this works. And I'm going to run my program. Go run at go. And you see it says on line 8 over here, non-declaration statement outside of function body. So as it says over here, outside the function, every statement begins with a keyword. And so the short variable declaration construct is not available. So we can't use it like this over here. So I change this back to this. And it runs again. Now we can possibly use this over here. So I'm going to try to erase this var over here, and I'll add a colon over here. And now I'm going to run the same program again. And you see it works this time, even though we changed the variable. I mean, we use a short declaration, a short variable declaration instead of the var. Let's look at some other examples that we can use. Okay, so continuing to our old code that we had before. Let's just play around with it. Import format. Now we're going to type this again so we can get used to coding the syntax. We have a var, we have a j, we have an int. And let's say we have this int. Actually, let's do something else. Let's call this a string. Let's say we have Peter space. You can just pick Parker. Okay, and I want to call this, I'm gonna call this first and last. All right, and this is format. I'm just going to print first and last. Okay, so I'm going to run this app over here. This is bigger so you can see. All right, so we have a variable first and last, Peter Parker, and we're going to print first and last. And we have this way to print it out. Oh, it says import, except. Okay, it says over here, expected package found import. So we forgot to write this over here. You write package name. Okay, let's try that again. Peter Parker, good. And now we can change this here. Take out the var, add this, and this won't run when we declare the int, when we declare the type string. So let's try to run this here. It says syntax error, unexpected string expected, semicolon or equal. So without a var, we use the vars to declare the type. We're not we're not declaring the type explicitly. So this is going to automatically deduce the type from this over here. Peter Parker. There we go. Now let's look at our older programs. This is an app that we did before. Remember our calculator app that we had for our stock prices? Here we have the var. Here we have the declaration. The declaration. We can simply change this. Okay, and we have an int over here, and we have a string. Let's try to run this and see what we get. Okay, unexpected package found func. That means that this is over here. Okay, I did not import the package. Make sure you put the package main. And we need to also import And actually, this code, we need more of this. Sorry. Here we go. Okay, so copy and paste this from your old application. You can take your time to write this out in case you don't have it. I'm just going to use this to show you how to use the var and how to use the short variable declaration. All right, so let's change this here to use a short variable declaration. And let's see what we get when we run this application. All right, so this runs smoothly. So we didn't have to declare everything over here. It automatically declared a string, and this over here is an int. And I think this is because this was declared over here as an int. All right, so we have a functions over here. And inside this function, we could have changed it either or to this, the shorthand version, the short variable declaration, or the var way to do it. So let me make a comment over here. You can save this. So we have two different forms that we can do to give us the same result in our program. Okay. Short variable declaration. Var declaration.